Happy Friday. I hope everybody is having a great day today. I wanted to come on and talk about the TELUS timesheet. I'm going to give it about a minute before I start discussing it. I know a lot of people, hi Tawanda. I know a lot of people are having some concerns and some issues on how to track your time with TELUS. And so instead of going to each and every individual person, I am going to make a video and I can just send everyone the link and they can watch the video for it. So, like I said, I hope everybody is having a great Friday. Also, I just wanted to thank everybody for their support. As always, I will be doing a giveaway. I'm a little behind on that. I wanted to make sure that everybody received their giveaway previously. So now that everyone has received their gifts, I will be hosting a 1K giveaway. I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is that I want to give away. And once I do that, I'll let you guys know ahead of time because I want to see a lot of us on there. Hey T Shaw, happy Friday. And also, I have created Facebook group. It is called I Got You Sis. And I'm sorry, fellas, this is just for the ladies. This group is for us to support no matter the background that you are. I don't care if you're purple, blue, black, green, orange, brown, whatever. I want us all to come together as women and support each other. Hi, Shelly. So if you would like, I'd appreciate it if you would come join us on Facebook. Okay, so I'm going to get started. So today we are talking about TELUS, how to track and record the timesheet, okay? So task and task timing. Tasks will be acquired and completed through your Radar Hub on your desktop. Sometimes you do get them on the actual app, okay? But during your time on the program, you will work on different task types. The task type can be found at the top of each task on the left-hand side. It is important to keep a track of these for updating your timesheet. The different task types are as follows. So you'll see experimental. It'll be, sorry guys, my phone is ringing. It'll say experimental EXP contributor task. Side by side is SXS, and image review is IR. All tasks have a time allocated to it. So this is the amount of time it should take you to complete a task. It may be identified as standard task units, STU, or average estimated time, okay, and will be displayed alongside the task type. Please see examples. Okay, so example 1. The below task is a side-by-side SXS task and has a task time of 8 minutes. So when you log in and you get ready to start task, at the upper left-hand corner, you will see where it says like side-by-side, for example, and your average time is 8. So this means for that particular task, they will only pay you 8 minutes max. Okay? Hi, Lady R. I appreciate it. Thank you, Tisha. So when you log in and you click acquire if available, your first task will appear. Okay? Now, once you start that, I like to use a notebook. I'll use a notebook for each month. Sometimes I have to use 2 notebooks for a month, just depending on how many tasks that I do. And I'll do 1 through 25 on the page. And so, I'll write down each task because anytime you hit submit, it's another task. A lot of people are getting confused because they're thinking it's supposed to stay because it won't change. So in one acquire if available, you might have 56 of the same time. You're going to write that down 56 times. TELUS will not save and record your time. You have to do that, and it's very important. So don't sit down and say, okay, I started at 10 and I finished at 2. That's not going to work. You have to write down anytime you hit submit every time you hit submit, you have to write the next task amount down so you can get paid. You are in charge of that. Okay. So, example 2, the below task is an experimental EXP task and has a task timing of 8 minutes. Okay. So up in the upper left hand corner, you'll see, for instance, this says search product slash experimental slash standard task unit. So that'll be 2 minutes. If it takes you 3, you can only record 2 minutes. Okay. But if it takes you 1 minute, you have to be honest and put 1 minute down. Okay. Because they're logging your time by, how long you've been in the system. Okay. You must keep a record of all the tasks you complete and the time it takes you to complete them. This information should be recorded in your timesheet daily. As quality is critically important to them, please focus on ensuring you spend enough time researching a query before completing the task. So don't just rush through them, because if you rush through them too, you're not going to task out because you're rushing through them. If it's something that's 8 minutes, I'm going to take that 8 minutes because I want to get that full payment. I'm not going to try to rush and finish a task in 1 minute. It's not going to help you any. So if it's giving you 8 minutes to complete it, apparently they want you to do some research with it. So spend that full 8 minutes on there so you can get all that payment. Okay. Timesheets will open on the current week. So it's a week to week basis. But if any time within the same month you forget to do a date, you can always, do the backspace on the screen and it'll allow you to do it. Now, once you are done with that month, it's closed out and you can't go in to edit it. Okay. So I like to record my time daily. I don't want to wait to the end of the week or anything. I do it as soon as I'm done. As soon as I have no more tasks available, then I'm putting my time in and I'm saving it. Because you never know what happened. Okay. You might lose power for 2 days. How are you going to enter your time? So do it as soon as you're finished. Okay. This is why it's important to keep a record of the task type as well as your time while rating. When updating your timesheet, you must enter your time in minutes. For example, 5 is 05.00. Okay. And okay, here's some examples. A half an hour is 30.00. 3/4 of an hour is 45.00, and so on and so forth, right? So like I was saying, timesheets save on a weekly basis. When navigating from one week to the next, it is important to click the Save Timesheet button to save any changes you make. Each time you update your timesheet, the monthly total tabs located at the bottom will update. Okay? So an example of how to record time. So you sit down for the day, you log into Rater. You hit Acquire if available. This is what you're going to see in the upper left hand corner. Web slash side by side slash standard task unit is 1. So this particular task that you will be looking at is going to take you 1 minute. Like I said, if it takes you 2, you can only record 1. Okay. And so like I said, here's an example of how I will record it. So I would mark number 1, web slash SBS side by side slash STU. That's the standard task unit. I've completed that task. That's 1 minute. Hey, LaShawn, how are you? So then I hit submit, I hit enter, I go to the next task. So now this task is 1.5 minutes. So I'm going to mark that down as well. Then you hit submit, you go to 3. Now this one is 0.05. So you're going to write it down anytime you hit submit until you're done with those tasks. And then you're going to add your total time. Okay? Because sometimes it might not always be side by side. It might be an image review. So it's good to put it there because once you put it into your timesheet, you want to be able to separate them. You don't want to just have all 357, minutes in SBS if you did some image reviews, okay? So you want to make sure. That's good to hear. I'm glad you're doing awesome, sis. Okay, so yes, so make sure you do that, and then your total time. And so a lot of issues that I've noticed, 99% of the messages I was receiving about errors with timesheets. Once you submitted your timesheet information, if you did not update your metrics, and this goes to the beginning of starting with Telus. If you didn't update your metrics to US and you're trying to hit, for instance, 3.0 for your 3 minutes and it's giving you an error, you're going to put 3, comma 0. That comma is going to be just like that period that you're putting it there. Thank you, Mike Jerome. I hope all is well with you. So make sure, like I said, if you're having an error when you're first starting and you can't get that time to submit, more than likely you didn't change the metric on your timesheet. So instead of 3.0, you'll put 3 comma 0 and it'll give you the same results, okay? And here's an example because I cannot show, any screenshots. So I created what it'll look like. Okay, so we had side by side tasks, right? So we're going to come down here and we're going to put our 3.00 there. Okay, so like I said, if you didn't change your metrics, you're going to put like this example up here, 3 comma 00, and then you're going to write the number of tasks. And the 1 through 25 is the task that you'll be writing down. So if you did 4 pages of 25, that's 100 tasks. Okay, just an example. Timesheets are closed at the end of every month. Once your timesheet is closed for the month, you will no longer be able to edit it. So make sure you're putting your time in daily. Like I said, if you're done and you do maybe like 200 minutes and you haven't tasked out yet, but you still, are done for the day so far, submit it now. Don't wait until later, okay? Because there was a time in the beginning where I forgot a whole week, and they did contact me to submit it, but don't assume that they'll always do that either, okay? So once timesheets have been closed, they will compare the time you have entered against the task you have completed in RaterHub. If your timesheet is approved, you will receive a system-generated email confirming it, okay? So does anyone have any questions about all the information that I just covered? And I pretty much based this off of, well, I'm glad. Gabe. How are you today? And so I wanted to, like I said, make sure that I covered all the questions that were asked, because after that side hustle video that I did with 2 chicks in a side hustle, shout out to my girls, right? I received 200 DMs, okay? And so I can't, answer everybody. I have a lot going on, and I appreciate all the love you guys always give. I really, really do. And so, like I said, if you have any additional questions, you can definitely put them if you're watching later. You can definitely put them in the comments. And if it's a lot of different questions, I have no problem whatsoever creating another video. So that way you can always refer back to it. So if you've been messaging me and I haven't responded, don't take it personal. I have a lot going on. And I can't answer everybody's question because it's pretty much the same question all the way through. So that's why I created the video, and I can send everybody, the link to it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Definitely keep this side hustle. You can do this with a full-time job. Like, Telus is perfect. It's perfect. And so, right now, like I said, any women that would like to join my Facebook group, I put the link up there. Like I said, it's just women supporting women. No disrespect to the fellas, but I'm a woman, so I can't help the fellas with that particular thing. But and also, I don't know if you guys are into stock at all. So for the rater and the quality maps, yes, but the task contributor, you do not. Hey, T Bella. And so I've been talking about stock a lot. And so I'm going to try to get back on here later because it's a really amazing stock right now that's doing really well. And I want you guys to like sign up, and do your research on it. Like it's doing really well. And so I will be putting together not a very long PowerPoint, but one just enough to get the ball going so you guys can, of course, do your research. But it's gone up like 758% since I've joined it in May, so. But if no one else has any questions about the timesheets, thank you guys for tuning in.